Guys, welcome back. This is Eric here with Guitarsenal, and today I'm going to be making a very quick video. This is really just a super quick video. I'm going to be giving you sort of a bit of an update on the status of my Ernie Ball Paradigm strings, okay? My input jack is crackling. We're just going to, this Mogami cable, check it out. It's got one of these silent jacks on it. How cool is that? So if your input jack's acting up like mine just was, you can just pull the plug and it's no big deal. You won't hear it in the amp. I have to check that out. She's old. We'll give her a mulligan, guys. And I just want to sort of offer an update on the status of these Paradigm strings. Been running these particular strings. This is the 10 through 46 set. This is a 72 Les Paul. And we've been filming a lot of videos with them. I've been stretching on them, bending on them, playing on them, making racket with them. And I want to say I am a fan of the strings. I was a little skeptical at first on the Paradigms. You know, this is meant to be sort of an after-action review, and, you know, I'm the kind of guy that, I don't know if it's just due to the fact that I do so much bending or what, but I don't know if I wind up getting like maybe burrs on my saddles or whatever it is, but I break a lot of strings, and also because I have very acidic skin, my strings tend to corrode quite easily, and no matter how much I keep them wiped off, which we're about to do a wipe test, because part of the guarantee on the Ernie Ball Paradigms is that you're not supposed to have any issues with corrosion, and the strings are supposed to be unbreakable. So far, I haven't been able to break them. And other than them being maybe dirty, okay, we might pull some dirt off of these strings. I haven't really seen any rusting issues. I ran a set of the Paradigms on my 72 Les Paul, and I've got a set of Paradigms on my little Ibanez Blazer back there. And so far, I've been very, very happy with them. Almost to the degree that I feel like I want to kind of switch to them on the rest of my instruments, because changing strings is a laborious and time-consuming process, and the Paradigms offer more longevity. To a guy like me that I want to spend more time playing, I don't want to spend as much time changing strings. I'm not trying to be Billy Mays. I'm not trying to sell you guys on the strings. I'm just offering my sort of view on them and what I've kind of discovered with them. There is some magic there. They are definitely some really nice strings. So let's go ahead and just kind of do a bit of a wipe test here. And I've got just a white cloth that we haven't wiped anything with yet. And what I want to do is I just want to drag it under, especially this high E string, and we're going to see if we pull off any corrosion. Now, mind you, I have not cleaned these strings since I put them on. They've been on, how long did we determine, Chad? Maybe about 2 months now, I think is how long these have been on.
Yeah, probably about 2 months. I have to go back and check that other video.
Right. Okay, so on the cloth, there's a bit of dirt, but no rust. Normally, if this was any other set of strings, and guys, I'm not trying to throw snake oil down your throat or anything, and Chad can attest to this, if it was any other set of strings, they'd be a rust bucket by now.
Oh, they would have been gone a long time ago.
All right, now this B string, I don't know, I'm feeling some drag in here. Let's see if what we pull off. I'm sorry if I sound a little funky, guys. I'm a little under the weather. Okay, we have some dirt, but no rust. I don't see any orange or brown or anything. And really, the strings still have a nice feel to them. They still have great bright tone. You know, they don't feel like they've really lost any of their tone. You know, we had some trim and really glorious things going on there in the intro. I'll let you hear the naked amp with these strings. Again, on the G string, unwound third, just some dirt, which is normal. Yeah, I'm a dirty guy. Okay, let's check them out. Again, dirt. So I think you guys get the idea. I'm going to go ahead and just wipe down the rest of the strings a little bit here. So they are currently working as advertised. I'm not seeing any corrosion on the strings. I'm not seeing a loss in tone. And God knows I bend the crap out of strings. I mean, sometimes I even do some 2-step bends. I do a lot of 1.5-step bends with vibrato. I have a relatively aggressive vibrato technique. This guitar has been refretted with some pretty jumbo frets. You know, this is a 70s listen to me, I can't talk, era guitar. And a lot of those guitars are what we call fretless wonders. So I had this one refretted with some nice big jumbo frets because I like to bend. And I like to do a lot of crazy chord work, so I like a big jumbo fret. And usually jumbo frets can really play heck on your strings. And so far, these have been living up to you know, what Ernie Ball says that they're supposed to do. And I think basically with the Paradigms, the way it's supposed to work is you put the strings on, you use them, you stretch them out just like any other string. They're not supposed to rust, they're not supposed to corrode, they're not supposed to do, you know, lose their tone. But I think what happens is eventually they do start to kind of mellow out. Strings will generally kind of start out on like a brighter end of the spectrum. And then like most of us guitarists, we kind of consider like the broken in phase to be somewhere kind of in the middle, like where they're not super trebly when they're brand new, but they're not wore out where they sound tonally dead. Somewhere in the middle is where most of us kind of like our strings to kind of fall in line. So I'd like to think that after 2 months of playing, which I know a lot of you are saying, oh, well, I have strings on my guitar a whole year. But you have to understand, I play very aggressively. A lot of times I have a very heavy right hand, and I also play a lot. So normally I go through a set of strings on each guitar that I play heavily just about every month. If a set of strings lasts a month, I'm really surprised for me. And Chad's over there nodding. He knows what I mean with that. So the same thing, you know, now that these strings are over 2 months old and they're still holding up, I'm starting to believe that there's certainly something to be said about these Paradigms. Now, one thing I want to mention about Paradigms, they are a very expensive guitar string, guys. They're about $13, $14 a set retail. You're going to spend almost 3 times as much money on these strings as you would spend on a normal set of strings, you know. But they make up for it in the fact that if you're a heavy-handed kind of guy and you break strings a lot because you've got a heavy pick attack, or maybe you're really heavy on the strumming and you pop strings here and there, it's a great string for you. So I would recommend Paradigms for somebody who's worried about breaking strings, somebody who has a history of breaking strings, and somebody who's got the freaking redhead skin like I do that rusts every single thing they touch.
And not only that, but those strings are still bright as the day you put them on.
They have not mellowed, really. So I'll tell you what, let's plug the guitar back in. And let's just go through some sounds here, guys. Okay. And that wasn't the cord, by the way, that popped. That's my input jack is probably a little loose. I'll have to address that. All right, let's just listen to him a little bit. Let's just hear naked amp. Beautiful. I mean, this guitar has not lost a bit of top end at all. Now, to be fair, we are kind of running through a super reverb, which is kind of traditionally known as being a top end-ish sounding amp. But what a beautiful sound. I just wanted this to be kind of a quick, you know, sort of, not really a demo, but just a follow-up on the Ernie Ball Paradigm strings. I know you guys have probably seen a ton of, ads and different media that has been put out there. You've probably seen like the commercials of Paul Gilbert with the drill, trying to, break the strings with the drill and standing on the guitar and all. I mean, Paul Gilbert's the man, right? I mean, he's an amazing player. But I wanted to provide just a little bit of, hopefully, what you'll view as maybe just some real world feedback on these strings. I know that a lot of stuff gets kind of touted about them, but I do want to say that they are great strings, and they're certainly something that's worth getting if you're prone to breaking strings and things like that. I'm going to make a little bit more racket. We're going to let you guys go for the day. And I do want to mention, we were supposed to post a video on Monday, and what we wound up running into, we had some audio problems with one of the files. So we ended up being short a video for our normal upload schedule. So you'll be seeing this video come up at an abnormal time you're probably used to seeing. However, we post every Monday and Friday unless something happens. All right, so sometimes we...
Or we suck.
What?
Or we suck.
You have a frog in your pocket?
Or we suck.
We?
You.
Okay, yeah. But we ended up having an audio issue, so forgive us, guys. We try to make a very genuine effort to post every Monday and every Friday here on the channel. I know we're kind of a small channel. Our viewership is not quite as big as we, expected it really to be. However, we feel that, the information we put out in these videos, we hope will help people, and we know that it'll take time to grow. If you love guitar playing and you like this channel, share this with your buddies or whatever, and make sure you tune in, click that notification bell, and we'll see you guys next time. I'll make a little bit more racket. That's your Ernie Ball Paradigm strings. All right.